everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so today I have some finished objects and some works in progress that I would love to show you. So couple of these things I do not have in person. They have already been sent out to the recipients, but I did want to show you what I had made. So first off, I have my ice cream cone, and I made a cool guy sunglasses, and so I'll put up the picture here. So I sent these to my good friend Ray at Ray's Yarn Addiction for her 2 sons, and the ice cream cone was made using scrap yarn, and it is a pattern by Stringy Ding Ding, and I'm sure most of us have seen her amigurumi around. They are awesome. It turned out super cute and I love it. And then the cool guy with sunglasses, I just free-handed that. I just made a ball and then free-handed the sunglasses as best I could, and I think it turned out pretty cute. And then I just got the backpack buddy keychain thing from Amazon. It was like a pack of 10 or 12 for like $5 or something like that. It was very extremely reasonable, so I could make a lot of those if I needed to. But yeah, so those have already been sent off and they are already in use. So I am super happy about that. And then I finished. This is my Sweet Clara cardigan by Kristen Omdahl, and I finally got my little string. I just did a chain and then I just wrapped it around and finished it off so that it closes and doesn't fall off anymore, or isn't wide open anymore. So there we go. I like how it looks. I think it's very, very pretty, and it turned out really nice. Yeah. With all the issues I had, it's an amazing finished object, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, and then I was working on this during my trip. This is the Moonstone Shawl by Hooked on Handmade Happiness, and the yarn was a Knit Picks yarn called Kotlin. They do not have this style anymore, but they do have other Kotlin solids. So, oh, it is big. It is big. Oh, it turned out so cute. So I really love, this is one of my favorite easy shawl patterns. There we go. And the last time I had showed you, I was right there. So I finished all of that. Yay! So I love this pattern. It is super easy, really easy to memorize. I believe it's just a 2-row repeat, and then you just keep going until you're happy. So yay! So I finished that one. And then let's see. Okay. I was having a little bit of starteritis and I started this one. So this is the How to Crochet the Shell Trellis Stitch by Desert Blossom Crafts, and it's in Summer Nights. So there we go. Oops, I'm a little stuck. I haven't been working on this as much because I kept having to look at the pattern and I was like, I just want something mindless. I am using one of my stitch markers from Jude at Llamas in Pajamas. this is the pattern. It's very pretty. I did start this with a larger size yarn, but I decided that it needed to be the lace weight. And it's just going to be something light and pretty and sparkly. I think Lion Brand still has the Summer Nights, but I believe it is extremely on clearance right now, in case you're interested. So this, there we go, is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 437 yards, or 400 meters. It is 82% acrylic, 18% polyester. It is a superfine #1, machine washable and dryable, but I would actually just hand wash this and lay flat, to be honest. It calls for a 3.25 millimeter needles and a 3.5 millimeter hook. This is the color Castaway, and I am using a D hook, which I believe when it gets down to like the G's and below, I have a hard time remembering. I think it's a 3.25 for the size I have. But that's how it's coming along. Very, very pretty. It's going to be very nice, but I just need to work on it. But I've been working on a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So I got some yarns from Hobby Lobby, and let's see, this is, oh, come on. There we go. This yarn, oops. Oh, there's a piece of tape. Hold on. There we go. So this was the Thick and Thin Yarn Bee. Go. It is 3.5 ounces, 290 yards, which is 100 grams and 266 meters. It is 97% acrylic, 3% polyamide. It says it's a medium weight #4, and it looks like, let's see, machine wash cool, I believe, and lay flat to dry, and it calls for a 5 millimeter hook and needles. Where are you made? Made in Turkey. So this is the color Denim, and the pattern I made is called Frosted Berry Infinity Scarf by Left in Knots. So this yarn, I didn't mind working with it, but I originally was going to do a hat and a cowl, which wouldn't have worked because after the cowl, that's all I had left. So it's good that I just went with the cowl. But I did find when I was starting, because I was starting with the hat, which is what I normally would do, because you know, whatever's left over just goes into the cowl. But trying to find your stitches in the very thin portion was really hard, because it goes down so very, very thin. And trying to, you know, with a 5.5, or I'm sorry, a 5 millimeter hook, it was too hard to find your stitches. So what I did was I made this one, which you only had to find 4 stitches a row, and the rest is V stitches. If you can see that. So there's 2 stitches here, then the V's, and then 2 stitches on this side. So I like how it worked up, but I would not do anything that required going into direct on top of stitches very often, because it was just too hard to see when it became really thin. It was too hard to see where your stitches were, because, you know, like if you chained up, it's hard to see which one is the top one, and you know, you could be going into further into like a double crochet or something, and then it could pucker weird or do something odd. So I would suggest, if you want to work with this yarn, go for it. Just make sure that you do something that won't require you to go into every single stitch, because it might drive you crazy. And because it's so textured, you want to do something that is going to show off the texture of the yarn and not necessarily the texture of the stitches. So I hope that helps. So that's my first finished object with my yarns that I just bought, and this was from Hobby Lobby. I love that color, it's so pretty. So that was the first one. And then let's see, my next one, so this wasn't actually a pattern, it was a chart, and I will link the page down below, but I don't remember it actually having a name, and if it did, I don't remember it. I'm terrible. But maybe I'll put it up here if I can find the actual name. But I found this chart on Pinterest, and I've just been calling it the flower shawl. But this is using another new yarn bee. This is the Chromatic Spectrum. It was 4 ounces, 357 yards. And this is the color, it's Azure. Here we go. Can you see the flowers? So this is turning out beautiful. This is my first Filet crochet, so I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. I was really worried. In fact, my friend Ray had to like walk me through it, because I was like, I don't get it. Like, is it this or that? And then she's like, okay, hold on. Let me look at this stuff. So she was able to help me, and I am so appreciative. I am using an H hook with this, and it's a lot wider than I was expecting, because you had to, like, the way Filet works, I didn't realize this is, you know, you're counting the open boxes or the filled in boxes, but you still have to have either side of it. Who knew? I didn't. But it is coming along really pretty, and I believe 2 whole flowers was all I could get out of the first ball of yarn. So it was 18 inches, and I was like, that's gonna be the smallest scarf or the smallest shawl ever. So I went ahead and bought 3 more. There will be a total of 4 balls that go into this, so that I can make it a decent size. But yeah, I was just like, that's not working out the way I expected. So I have my little spider stitch marker, and I am using another one of Jude's stitch marker she sent to me as a progress keeper. And so I will keep this here, and then the next time I show you, hopefully it'll be a lot further in this shawl. But I'll be able to mark where I was at. So there we go. That is another one. And then, let's see, I have another of the new yarns from Hobby Lobby. Oops, I'm stuck. Okay. So this is the Premier Anti-Pilling Bamboo Chunky. And it is excuse me. It is 80% anti-pilling acrylic, 20% rayon from bamboo. It is a bulky number 5 and calls for a 6.5 millimeter hook and needles. Machine wash cold, lay flat to dry, made in Turkey. This is the color Blueberry Pie. So I decided to start a Ross hat. Yay! This is like my go-to hat because it's an awesome pattern. He has all of the different weights. So like I've made size 4 mostly, but he has that from like a 1 weight up to a 5. Oh, I got a text. Sorry about that. I got a text and it stops my video every time. So this is the Ross hat. I did go ahead and do a 2x2 rib. I believe his is a 3x2, but I like how this looks. And I also got some tools to try and help me do the top, because if you've seen my knit videos before, I get to where I decrease as much as I can and then I just kind of give up and like cinch it, or you know, not do the really pretty decreases. So we're gonna try and do the really nice decreases on this hat and see how it goes. But I am super excited to see how this turns out. This is a absolutely gorgeous yarn, and I'm really excited that it's at Hobby Lobby because they have the 30% off every other week. And so I might be getting more of these because it's $4.99, which I think is roughly about the same price as it is at Premier, but theirs don't go on sale nearly as often. So I might be getting more of these. There could be a lot more hats in my future. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night or whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful.